You see people in their early 20s, they have not started anything. Someone is 2021 and is saying that I failed in life. You see people commit suicide at a very young age, and you're wondering, bro, your life is still ahead of you. So I'm going to be turning 24 in a week, and there is something that I really want to share that I think everyone in their early 20s needs to hear. When you see people of your age or younger than you achieving things that you could only dream of as a lifetime goal, making money that you could only imagine, generational wealth at such a very young age, you just feel this sense of pressure, like you have not started. Imagine people telling you that they started a business in their bedroom, and all of a sudden in 6 months they were grinding non-stop, they did not sleep, they slept only 2 hours a day, and you are sleeping 7 to 8 hours a day. And these people are telling you that they made $1 million in 6 months. They grew their YouTube channel from 0 to 100,000 subscribers. Imagine watching stuff like that over and over and over again, day and night. All of a sudden, you have built a set of unrealistic expectations that are not equatable to your current situation. Because people that post stuff like that, they have either been in privileged backgrounds where they were exposed to knowledge early, they were exposed to things like social media early. Someone like Mr. Beast that started YouTube when he was 12. Imagine the amount of time he has put in to perfect his craft. So you compare yourself to people that you do not know their upbringing, you do not know their unfair advantages, you do not know the privileges, you do not know whether they were sponsored, whether they are nepo babies, and you are coming from a tougher background. Imagine coming from Nigeria when others in other countries are being exposed to social media in their 15, 16, they have started doing businesses, they have started working, and you only finally get to learn about life when you are done with university in your early 20s. The gap is just too big. So year in, year out, I was setting goals, big unrealistic goals that I wanted to hit every year. And every year I failed to hit those goals because I could not be consistent. It was just too much. It was just too hard. I was doing a lot. I was serving in church. At the same time, I was trying to do videography, but I was not putting my 100% because I felt videography was not the way. I was trying YouTube, but YouTube, I could not be consistent. And even when I tried to post 1 or 2 videos, it's going to get 100 views, 50 views. And I felt like, what's the 100 views? What's the 50 views? Someone just said that they started their YouTube channel and in 6 months, they got to 100,000 subscribers and they were monetized. And I got to the point where, like, I was doubting. I was feeling pressure. It was just more and more and more, and I was broke. The being broke was the worst part of it, because imagine you are feeling like you should have had millions, but your account is reading 0 naira, and you're trying to find the next place to eat, and you're in debt, and all of a sudden, God that was your backing, that you felt like God got you, all of a sudden you were hearing nothing, and the church that you felt like we're all in this together, nobody was with you. You know, you spent your early 20s building relationships in a church, relationship with God, relationship in so many things, building your dreams, building your goals based on the expectations of and pressure from the world, and everything shattered. And I never thought I would get to the point in my life where I doubted God, but in these early 20s, in my early 20s, this 2025, I did. So all those things coupled together brought me to the point where I read my first book, because for some reason I never read books. I knew leaders were readers, but I felt like reading books meant you were just wasting your time. Like, when you can be taking action, why are you reading books? But I could not take any action again. I was done. I was tired. I was finished. I had to read my first book, and my first book was Rich Dad Poor Dad. Reading Rich Dad Poor Dad made everything worse. Not that the book isn't a good book. It's just the fact that it's reiterated what I already knew about the hustle culture. Although it taught me some things about finances that I never knew, and I could see why I was losing money, why I could not keep money, why I was always broke, why I was always in debt. I could see it when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. But it made me feel sadder, because I felt like, why did I not read it earlier on? I could have not fallen for some traps. I could have not wasted money. I could have not given my money to a very, very foolish man. I could have not done a lot of things if I saw this book. So reading that book gave me even more pressure. Having financial literacy, having financial knowledge, or improving my financial knowledge made me feel worse because I felt like I had wasted time. I could have done more. I had 2, 3 years, 4 years in my early 20s, and I was making some income. And if I had saved, yeah, if I had invested, things could have been way better. So reading that Facebook got me to the point where I was even worse off. I was smarter. I had more knowledge about money and how money worked, but it made me even regret more. Until I read my second book, which is the best book I've ever read in my life, and it totally changed everything. And I'm going to tell you why at the end of this video. And that book was Psychology of Money. So when I read Psychology of Money, I was expecting to learn things about money, tricks and hacks. I was looking for how to make the millions, and I was going with that sense of rush, pressure, and everything again. The comparison, everything came all together to read this book, Psychology of Money. But when I opened the pages, all I could say was, wow, the scales fell from my eyes. It felt like it was a book sent from God to me. And all the pressure I felt in this world left. Life is not about quick results. Life is about patience. Life is about the process. If not for this rise of social media and scams and everything, making money took process, it took time. And then I just got this realization that I'm young. 24 is freaking young. I'm still 23. I'm not even 24 yet. But it's freaking young. I still have my life ahead of me. Because you see people in their early 20s, they have not started anything. Someone is 20, 21 and is saying that I failed in life. You see people commit suicide at a very young age and you're wondering, bro, your life is still ahead of you. If you read the lives of successful people or the people you look up to, most of them, that is the older ones, they started late. They wasted time. They made mistakes. They had failed businesses. And it will be no different from us. Although there will be people that will make it earlier on. But they are the exceptions. The general population will still have to put in the work and grow. So how can I be feeling like I'm behind when I've never started? I've not started the race and I'm feeling behind. Imagine going that kind of mindset all your life. All your life you feel behind. All your life you feel late. Oh, I can't start my YouTube channel. I could have started in 2020. By now I could have blown. Oh, I can't start this business because I was not serious and I've wasted time. But the thing is, you can start now. You are still young. 30, you are still young. 40, you are still young. There are people trying to start their life again at 40. Until I saw someone that turned 40, I thought that by 40, I'm going to be using walking stick. I'm going to be needing aid. I thought 40 was so old. But when I saw someone that turned 40, looking fresh and young, looking like they're in their 20s or 30s, I realized that 40 is young. And I'm just 24. So I'm really glad that my early 20s were filled with mistakes. I trusted the wrong people. I got heartbroken. I made a lot of money mistakes. I gave a lot of money that I was not supposed to use, that I was supposed to invest in myself. I wasted a lot of time. Pressure made me inconsistent. I had unrealistic expectations for this channel. I was trying to build the way others were building, not in a sustainable way to actualize my dreams that I had. So all these mistakes I had, the pressure I felt in my early 20s got me to the point where I no longer feel pressure. I no longer compare myself with anyone. So the question is, what do you really want for yourself? What do you really want for your life? Not what your parents are telling you, not what your pastor is telling you, not what society is telling you, not what the news and reels and TikToks and your famous influencers, your favorite influencers and musicians are telling you. What do you really want and how do you really want to live your life? Because if you allow reels, social medias, your favorite motivational speakers tell you how to live your life, you're going to live a life of misery because you will never be able to meet the standards that other people set for you. Only the standards that you set for yourself. When I asked myself this question, what do you really want, prayer? I realized that there were a lot of things that I wanted in my early 20s that were not my own dreams. It was dreams of people. And I've known that I don't want the 100 Lamborghinis, 100 houses. I don't want to have the fanciest cars. That's not my goal. I don't want to be the richest person in the world. But I want to live a life of impact. Because from a very young age, I've always known that there was something in me great. I'm not one of the ordinary people. People that they're going to be forgotten when they die because we're all going to die one day. I want to die living impact. I want to die being known making an impact in the world, not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa, in the world. And that kind of impact does not come in a day, it does not come in 6 months, it does not come in 1 year, it does not even come in 10 years. And now I feel no sense of pressure. I feel no sense of pressure to achieve that kind of impact in my early 20s. Fine, others have done it early. That's good for you. Kudos. But I'm going to take my time to build the empire that I'm building. Either in using my voice to talk like this to my fellow Gen Zs, to talk to people that needs to hear these things, or review books, or in doing cinematic short films and using my skills as a videographer, or in shooting weddings and events and capturing moments that will last forever, or editing videos for big clients and big people and putting my mark there behind the scenes. In whatever vehicle that Prayer to Korah is going to use to make that impact, I know that it's going to take time. It's not going to be done in a day. And I'm ready to sit down and build. I'm not building according to another person's pace. I'm building according to my pace. It's the same drive, it's the same goal, it's a bigger hunger to do better, to do more, to be like one of the greats like Yama, Rema, Mr. Beast, Speed, Kai Cenat, to make global impact, but in a longer time horizon, not in the short run. Because you can't make that kind of impact in 1 year's work, in 6 months' work. So that's it basically. I want everyone that is in their early 20s to know that don't pressure yourself. You define what happiness is for you. You define what your life is for you. Whether you want a simple life or a fancy life, you choose it. Don't allow social media choose for you. Live your life gingerly. Take time. Take your time. You're still young. Build. And I'm not saying be complacent. I'm not saying be lazy. I'm not saying be lackadaisical. I'm saying have the same amount of drive, but a longer term vision, a long term goal, at a longer time horizon. In a longer time horizon, that's more actualizable, that's more realistic compared to the unrealistic expectations that majority of people in their early 20s have, including me. So that's the video for today. And if you're seeing this, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, and I'll catch you guys in the new video, on the next video. I love you. Peace.